This machine that we have here is the Robot Coupe. More commonly might be called a food processor. The machine itself, there is a plug that we will plug into the outlet, which is closest to the machine. There are a couple different switches here on the front of it. We have the on, off, and a pulse. Once I assemble this machine, if I just hit the pulse button, it is going to give the machine a shock. As long as I hold this button in, the blade will continue to run. So if you just want to do something like herbs, just give it a couple pulses. The blade inside the machine will spin rather quickly and chop up your product. There are two different attachments that I'm going to demonstrate to you using the food processor that you use on the food processor. The first of which is a metal bowl. Notice how I put the metal bowl on here. I have to put it at a slight angle off to the left side of the machine as I look at it, and then I'm going to snap the handle into place. That handle is going to face towards you. The only blade that can be used inside of the Robot Coupe in this metal bowl is this, what I call an S blade. Okay, this is used for fine chopping, things like herbs, garlic, that you want very, very small, unrecognizable pieces that are very irregular in shape. That is the only blade that will go inside of here. Very simply, I take the blade, set it on top of the little rod that's in here, and it will slide down into place. The lid for this is the clear plastic lid. You want to be careful with this. It is plastic. If you drop it, it will crack and break. They are rather pricey to replace. The label on this will also face forward, just like the handle does. So I'm going to set this on, again with the label at a slight angle, and then snap it into position. There is a rod that is in the back side of this handle that will depress a sensor in the machine itself that will activate the on, the off, and the pulse switches. When I turn this machine on, you will see the blade kind of running. It goes at a very fast pace. You want to make sure that you keep your hands out of the machine. Do not put any type of utensil or your fingers in there while the machine is in operation or even plugged in. It's a good safety practice to get into. You never put your hands inside a machine that has any power supply to it. Again, to turn it on, just push the green on button. To turn it off, push the off button and the pulsing button. Every time I push this, it'll make that blade spin. As soon as I let go, the blade stops. Okay, it will spin for a couple more seconds, but as long as that button is in, the blade is being propelled. To disassemble, take the lid off first, the bowl, and then they can come off as a set. Those can be run through the dishwasher to be cleaned. The next part of this machine is what is called a salad shooter. Has a lot of different purposes and attachments that we can put in. When you assemble this, you need to assemble it backwards. There's two parts to it. This is a gray plastic. Again, you want to put it on so that the chute is going towards the back. Okay, put it on at a slight angle, and then you're going to slide it into position. Again, there is a rod that is right here inside of this plastic housing that will depress a button and activate the on, off, and the pulse. Before I put the lid on, I have several different varieties of blades. These are a slicing blade. I can be used for mushrooms or maybe carrots. We have a crinkle cutting blade. There is another size blade that is a slicing blade that is a little bit thicker. You want to be careful when you're handling these. They are very, very sharp. We also have grating blades or shredding blades. These will come in varying sizes as well. Okay, depending upon the job that you are doing, depends on which blade you are going to use. We will instruct you which blade we want you to use when we give you a task. This plastic disc here has to go inside of the machine with whatever blade you are using. If you do not have this plastic piece in there, the machine or the blade will not spin and your product will not be sliced or shredded. So I'm going to put the plastic piece in there, very similar to the way I did the S blade in the metal bowl. Now I can pick any one of these attachments or these blades to put in, and I'm going to put this slicing blade in. You want to make sure that the hole lines up with the plastic piece, and it will very simply slide down into the machine. Now I'm ready to put my lid on. Again, this must go on at a slight angle, and then twist it into place. Sometimes these can be a little bit difficult to twist. You want to make sure that you use a little bit of brute force with it, but do not break it. The two knobs here on the top, these are plungers. This is the port where we're going to put our product in. There is a smaller one for doing smaller products like a single carrot. There are a larger one here. If I want to do maybe a cucumber or several carrots, I would put it in the larger one. Again, once the machine is running, never stick your hand or any type of a utensil into or around the blades. You want to make sure you keep your hands out. That is the purpose of these plungers, is to push the product into the machine. You do not want to force the product down. These are more like a guide, just to keep pressure on it and so that it slides through. Whenever you are chopping your product or cutting your product up, you're going to need to put something under the chute to catch your product. Something very simple as a mixing bowl. Put it under there so that it is going to catch the product. Once you're ready to start slicing or grating your product, very simply, turn the machine on. You're going to add your product in, and you're going to use the plunger to guide the food through. And then again, to disassemble, take the lid. You can leave the blades in there. Just make sure you scrape out any remaining product left behind into the mixing bowl that you have here. Remove the plastic base and the lid. Just like with the metal bowl, the plastic parts can go through the dishwasher. Please take them over there. The dishwashers will run them through and then put them away when they are done. If the machine itself would happen to get dirty, we will get a red cleaning bucket, fill it with some detergent from the pot sink, use a side towel or a cleaning towel to wipe the machine down and remove any debris from the machine. Again, make sure before you start cleaning any piece of machinery, you unplug it from the outlet so that you do not have electricity supplied to it. Again, this is called the Robot Coupe.